WrestleMania main event controversy erupts. The men triple threat match gets the main event while the women's triple threat does not. We discuss next who truly deserved it and how we should look at this going forward. What's good, y'all? This your boy Woke back with another video today. Y'all, so if you've probably seen it, a lot of uproar, a lot of controversy, a lot of conversation happening around the main event of night one of WrestleMania being the men's triple threat match between CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins. Many people saying the women deserved it. Women being Io Sky, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley. It's an interesting conversation, and I think it's fair. Before we go into who really should have main evented WrestleMania night one, let's keep this in mind. Both of these bills have been awful. Both of these bills are trying to force a third person into it in a very loony, ridiculous way. So ideally, how the builds have been, neither of these matches should be main event night one in my opinion. I've done a video about that. The storyline that should be main event night one, given the storyline, the build, and how great it's been, is Jay Naomi. But we know WWE will not do that. But of the two options we truly have to main event night one, let's break it down like this, y'all. I have 5 categories and I'll distribute points given how I view things. So the first point is this, guys. Granted, both triple threats come off the back of a great foundation of solo matches with a third person being forced into the mix of those two people. Let's look at what triple threat has the best foundation thus far. The triple threat options we have is Seth Rollins and CM Punk. That's the foundation of the men's triple threat match. To me, that feud has been amazing. It's been outstanding. And truly, if they decided to have just done a stipulation match for their third match, it being 1-1, that's a main event level match right there. In my opinion, that feud is delivered. It's a true blood feud. So much history there between Rollins and Punk, and you can tell they still have so much animosity and so much emotion there from a deeper level. So I truly think that match is amazing. I think the feud was amazing. I think that match, and we know based off reports, if Punk wasn't hurt last year, that would have main evented night one. So that's already a main event level match. And the feud's been great. Now on the women's side, the foundation of the triple threat is obviously Io Sky and Bianca Belair. Because Io Sky is the champion, Bianca Belair won Elimination Chamber, so she has her right to the championship fight. Simply put, that's gonna be a great fight. That's a great feud. I know every time Bianca and Io wrestle, it's magic. They have great chemistry, 2 of the 3 best women in the ring. So I think that's great right there. Just given the veracity and how great the feuds have been from the past we've seen and so far, I have to give the foundation of the triple threat point to the men. Punk and Rollins is just great. And I can stand on his own 2 feet. That's main event already. I don't think Bianca Io as close to main event level, but Punk and Rollins, if we're being honest here, that's just a notch above it. Next point. Obviously, there's a third person being forced into each triple threat. So we need to actually kind of evaluate the reasonings behind why that third person's being added. The logic behind it. Starting with the men. Roman Reigns is trying to force himself into this match with CM Punk and Seth Rollins. Clearly stated, Roman Reigns has an issue that CM Punk eliminated him from the Royal Rumble. The lack of logic there is this. It's every man's for himself. CM Punk 2 SmackDowns ago destroyed that line of thinking and pretty much told Roman, I didn't screw you. It's every man for himself. So the reason why Roman is mad at CM Punk is flimsy and it's nothing. It's no reason for him to be mad at CM Punk. We can say they have a lot of history, but they're not giving us the history part right now. They're not going into the Shield history and their Paul Heyman history. They're just doing, you screwed me at Royal Rumble. So that's what we have to work with. And that, if that's the reasoning, it's horrible. Roman's reasoning for being mad at Seth is because Seth attacked him after the Royal Rumble. Of course, we could go into the history of them, and Seth is trying to bring the history into it. But what's the cause of Roman being added to this match? And what's the cause of his animosity with both men for this match? I'm not worried about all the backstory. I'm talking about this match. And that is just because Seth Rollins attacked Roman Reigns after the Royal Rumble. To me, I understand he's getting his revenge on Seth for the attack. He tried to kill him, as he said, as Roman said. Rollins tried to kill me, so I tried to kill Rollins. Punk screwed me, so I screwed Punk. That's why he's being added to this match. Not the history, not anything else, not Paul Heyman. It's they tried to kill him, they tried to screw him, so he wants to get that back. So guys, on to the women. Why is Rhea Ripley being added to this? If you've seen my previous videos, I hate how they are adding Rhea Ripley into this situation. It's horrible. The booking is terrible. I've made many videos about Rhea Ripley's bad booking. We already know that history. Rhea Ripley being added into this match. Her issue with Bianca. She's saying that Bianca distracted her while she was facing Io Sky. The truth of the matter is Bianca was not being a distraction for Rhea. She was not being distracting. She didn't do anything that was distracting. Rhea was distracted because of Rhea's own personal issues with Bianca and her not being able to stay focused. But Bianca did not do anything abruptly distractive for Rhea to feel like Bianca was doing that. And that's why the storyline is so wonky and terrible. With that being said, there's still more logic behind her wanting to be in a triple threat because she feels like she was distracted. And though I hate how they've done it, Rhea Ripley at least have a sense of way of thinking that you can understand. Like, okay, maybe she was distracted. Maybe her thinking, though it's convoluted and crazy, okay, well, I guess she may have been distracted. You know, it's somewhat reasonable to think having one of your biggest foes out there and possibly her presence just getting you off your game. You know, people can maybe rationalize that, though it's been done horribly, right? We don't like it. And that right there, it has more substance to what Roman has with Punk. You're mad he eliminated you from Royal Rumble. It's every man for himself. Rhea at least has a point. And Rhea's issue with Io is simple and it makes the most sense. She just lost to her. She just lost her title to her. And straight up, she has a rematch clause with her. That right there is perfect reasoning, sound argument. So I think right there, the women's match has a lot more backing for support for the third person being added. So that's a point for the women. So that's 1-1. The next category I want to talk about is this, guys. The men in regards to star power, right? Star power is the next conversation. That's the conversation I've been seeing. Star power this, star power that. Roman Reigns, CM Punk are two of the three most popular men in the WWE right now. Cody Rhodes, in my opinion, is number one. Seth Rollins, in my opinion, at worst, is 5 or 6. And I would have him behind the 3, Drew McIntyre, and then Randy Orton. This is my opinion. Seth may be higher. Seth may be 4th. He may be 5th. What Roman Reigns means and what CM Punk mean in wrestling goes without saying. And I think the fact that they are the pillars of the company, 2 of the 3 pillars, says a lot. So salute to the men. And I think now when we talk about the women, Rhea Ripley is a huge pillar to the company too. Man or woman, she's huge. She's amazing. I think we're being a little disingenuous to say that Rhea is as popular as Roman in ways. I think that she gets just as big fan reactions, But I just think the work that Roman has put in, the face that he was the face of the company. He main evented now 10 manias. Like, and I know, me, I'm not a huge Roman Reigns supporter, guys. I don't glaze Roman. I don't hold up the ones, nothing like that. But his impact and what he stands for, the bloodline storyline, guys, we got to give him that. That was the running story. That was the story in WWE for years. That's his doing. So even if we want to say Rhea Ripley is just as big, even if we say they're equal, though I think Roman is a little higher, respectfully, even if we say they're equal, CM Punk and then Bianca, let's be honest. CM Punk may be as popular, if not more popular than Roman Reigns. So Bianca, while I love Bianca, I know I love Bianca Belair, she's not touching Punk. And then obviously Seth Rollins and Io, that's not much of a convo. So just the star power of Punk and Roman, that far surpasses what the women can offer. Though Bianca and Rhea are pillars, probably the 1, 2, or 2 of the top 3 along with Liv, popularity wise right now. And I love the women, but we need to be honest about that. So I get that point to the men. The next point for me, guys, is this. Considering the stakes, the impact, and what this match means, who has more impact in the situation? So the men's match is founded on people being attacked, people feeling like they got screwed over, and a blood feud that exists between Seth Rollins and CM Punk. I respect that. That's great. The women's match is a title match amongst 2 of the 3 biggest women in the WWE, if not the top 2, between Rhea and Bianca, and another amazing worker in Io Sky. The impact and importance, I think, is quite clear. The women have a bigger impact and importance of what they're actually doing because it's for the title. That trumps whatever convoluted intentions the men have right now. The match for the men is founded on an attack and bad feelings, which is nothing wrong with that, but the story hadn't been told well. Roman has shown up 3 times to add to this build, and truthfully, it's flimsy booking. At the worst, the women have a title involved, so at least that's proper stakes. So that's a point for the women. And my last point in this all, guys, is this. Which of these matches have actually, or rather, which of these feuds have actually put the work in? Which of these feuds have actually put the effort into building a storyline, to showing up, to being consistent, to trying? It's been grinding all throughout the year, all 3 competitors. And I think that's clear, y'all. The women. Whether we like the way they've gone about this, whether they think they've made Rhea OP, her booking is horrible, at least they've all been showing up. They're either Bianca, she's cooking in the elimination chamber after she won, Rhea comes out, Io comes out. That's immediate build. The next night on Raw, Bianca sitting ringside at Rhea and Io Sky's match. We get the Rhea promo afterwards. The week after that, Bianca and Io are talking. Rhea comes out, guys. She's mad. Though that booking was stupid because she goes against a promo she had just cut the week before, she gets in the ring. She attacks Bianca and Io. She tries to powerbomb them through the table. She attacks them again. She steals the contract. That was convoluted and horrible, but they're still at least trying. Week after that, we get the contract signing again. It's so much we're doing here, guys. It's so much that they tried to do that I don't think is truly working. But at the worst, they're trying. After the contract signing, the week after that, they had the brawl in the ring where Bianca holds the belt up. She's standing tall. They're at least trying, guys. They're at least showing up. They're putting effort in. They're trying to push the whole Io getting mushed in the face multiple times. Io slapping both of them. You know what I'm saying? At least they're trying. Roman has shown up Royal Rumble. He showed up Raw in Madison Square Garden, and he showed up for 2 SmackDowns. So removing the Royal Rumble because everybody was there, Raw, Madison Square Garden, 2 SmackDowns. So that's 3 times Roman has shown up. The whole feud with Seth and Rollins, Seth and Punk, bro, like that is already great. Y'all know I love that. They didn't need Roman Reigns added to that feud. And the fact that we're getting a triple threat, we have to look at what all 3 are doing. Roman, by no means, has done his part, has done anything to deserve another main event. So let's just be honest. This main event should have been the triple threat between the 3 women. Guys, no matter what happens and no matter who main events WrestleMania, the tickets will be sold the same. As long as your favorite is wrestling on the card, as long as you're getting the matches you want to see somewhere on the card, you're going to come. No one is dictating whether or not they book a ticket to come to Vegas, book a hotel, book a car rental, pay for that expensive food out there, and then buy overpriced WrestleMania tickets with concessions, with fan gear, all of that stuff. Nobody is making their decision based off who closes the show. You're going for the show, not for who closes the show. As long as you get Roman, Punk, and Reigns and Rollins on the card, if that's who you want to see, you'll be perfectly fine. Whether they open the show at the middle of the card or they close the show, you're going to see them. So that's what you're going for. The whole main event thing, it's a lot to be said about it, guys. Main eventing, in essence, is for those wrestlers that have worked their butts off. It's not just for star power. It's not just for ticket sales. That is already in the books. That's already baked into the formula, y'all. It's not for the fans. It's for the wrestlers getting that accolade. And I think these 3 women, truthfully, in my opinion, Rhea, the way she's been forced into it, they don't deserve it. But between the 2 options, they do. In my opinion, was if they added this as the main event, I would have loved to seen Liv Morgan added as a fatal 4-way, because she deserves probably more than most women to be involved in the main event with the work she's done. So if she was added, I more than would have supported this over anything that WWE could have offered us. So like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. Thank you so much for the love and support. More content dropping soon. Until next time, y'all, let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think WWE made the right decision to allow the men to main event night 1 at WrestleMania? Appreciate y'all. Till next time, we say salute.